Oh my goodness, I'm live. Okay, so hello, Dharma Talk Tuesday. My name is Brandy Middleton, and you're probably a little bit surprised because don't quite look like Julie, but don't fret. Julie asked me to come on today and to chat with you guys, so I'm super, super excited to chat with you guys this Dharma Talk Tuesday about the magic of nature, right? So today I want to share with you some transformative stories, some education, and so I want you guys to engage with me, ask me questions. That's what I'm here for, to support, to educate, to answer questions that you have. And so I was really excited. So if I'm ever looking down, I have some notes, just make sure I'm staying on track. But I wanted to come on here, and Julie asked me to come on here to really share with you guys our obsession, our love affair with some of nature's goodies, some of nature's products, and these little things called essential oils and how they've really transformed our lives, and just kind of share a little bit of that journey with you, and also share some education. Okay, so ultimately, if you don't know me, my name is Brandy. I have been following Julie for quite some time, for just over 3 years now. And I've actually been working really closely with her for the past 2 years as her accountant and so much more. So I've kind of seen Julie grow. I love Julie. She's one of the most amazing people that I've ever been able to work with. And so I really wanted to share with you our story, right? A love affair that we have. So I'm going to start by sharing a little bit about my story, kind of my journey into essential oils, right? And it started quite a few years ago, but I'm going to start kind of in the middle, okay? So I'm going to take you guys back to December 2017. Okay, so December 2017, at that time, I had come down with the flu, right? And I was actually, freelancing. So ultimately, if I wasn't working, I wasn't making money, right? So at this time, I ended up getting sick for about 2 weeks. So how many of you kind of experienced that flu at that time? I know a lot of people were getting sick at that time. And I don't get sick usually for more than a day or two. And so it was very rough on me. And I'm the type of person that believes in natural remedies. So I was doing all of the natural things, right? And nothing was really working that kind of like budged really. So I was sitting here like, what am I gonna do? And then I realized I had this kit of oils that my friend had shared with me. And I was like, okay. I jumped in, I grabbed my resources. I said, what are my symptoms? And I grabbed like 5 oils. And hello, Kelly, welcome. And so ultimately what I found was that I grabbed these 5 oils. Hey, Tabitha, welcome. So ultimately there was 5 oils that I jumped in with, and I basically put these physically on my body, right? I diffused them inside of a diffuser as well as ingested them, right? So those are the 3 ways that you're able to use these certified, at least doTERRA certified therapeutic grade essential oils. Thanks for the hearts, absolutely love them. So basically what I did is I got these 5 oils, right? So I placed them in my body and in a diffuser, and in 1.5 days, in less than 2 days, I had healed myself from this flu. So, hi Michael. So ultimately, I'd healed myself in a day and a half, and I was like, what the what, right? I was like, what is this magic juju? Why have I not been paying attention to it the way that I should, right? And so basically at that moment, I jumped in, I did like all of the research. So basically what happened was that the 5 oils that I ended up using were frankincense, On Guard, lavender, peppermint, and oregano, right? So with those 5 oils, oregano, I put a drop in my water as well as on the bottom of my feet. On Guard, I put a drop under my tongue, as well as on the bottom of my feet and in my diffuser. Frankincense in the diffuser with the On Guard. Peppermint on my forehead because I had a headache and I was a bit nauseous, right? And I was kind of like hot and like having those hot flashes. And so basically, and then I took the lavender and I put that like over the peppermint to kind of calm it a little bit, as well as to help me calm down and relax so that I could fall asleep, right? Because rest is super important. So that's all I did, is I applied those 5 oils, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up literally feeling 80% better. Hi, Andrea. So I felt 80% better at that time. And it took just another day or so for me to just feel 100% like myself again. And I was literally flabbergasted. So, hey John, I did all of the research in true Virgo form, right? As an analyst, right? I was like doing all the research. And I was like, what is this company? What are these oils? And that was like my big dive into essential oils. And so it was in January 2018 that I decided to start really sharing these oils with the people that I love, right? And one of those people was Julie. And so it was around February where we had this, one of our first conversations. And like, Julie doesn't know this, but I was legit terrified, right? I was like, oh my goodness, like, Julie's so important. Like, is she really gonna listen to me? And it's fascinating, really. That's the first time I've actually said that. And when she watches this, she'll probably be like, what? Because she shares so much about how our conversation and how her introduction to essential oil has absolutely changed her life. And hello, Tabitha. Yes, don't we love them? They're absolutely like amazing, right? So I love doTERRA for so many reasons, right? And maybe I'll share those with you guys as well. But back to my story about Julie, right? So Julie, I've known her really well. Like I said, I've been working with her for, this is my 2nd year working with her on her team. And so basically, just being close to her, knowing a good deal about her, and then also a lot of, hi, Lisa. So Lisa, can you elaborate a little bit? I just don't know if you mean like you've known her for a long time as well, or if you also are connected with doTERRA, because doTERRA is awesome and so is Julie. But ultimately, so with that, we were able to connect, and then like knowing a good amount about her, and then knowing there was some interest, right? Because I had shared an opportunity just to come to a class, and she wanted to come, but she wasn't able to make it. And so I just, popcorned different items as they were coming up, right? And I remember at that time we had a BOGO, and we had sales happening. And so there were some oils that had popped up that would really support her in some of the things that we had talked about. And so I just let her know, and she was like, oh my God, like, yes. And so literally just being there to support her and giving her a solution to a problem that was coming up for her, right? And just supporting her through that process. And one of the things that she's really shared with me is just how much, like, I took the time to really be present with her. I took the time to even sit down with her after she got her order. I took the time to help her with her order and why, and the importance of it and how to use it. But then also, after she got her order, like continuing to support her through that process of, her journey with essential oils and how to get set up and save money, right? So I took the time to do that with her. And now she's like super obsessed, like, one of the most obsessed people I know other than myself, which is great to see. And it's so touching and rewarding as well, because I know that every single time that I'm with her and she's using it in either a prayer circle or like a moon ceremony or whatever the case may be, like she's using these oils inside her community, inside her personal life, and she thanks me for for that introduction. And it's so moving every single time, right? To know that, little old me was able to support her, right? And getting connected to something that she is so passionate about. So Lisa's saying, I also am connected with doTERRA and I love Julie, right? So me too for both of them, right? And she also said my daughter was healed from H1N1 virus with the oils. That is amazing. And welcome Chrissy, Holly, thanks for hopping on. So yeah, I just love to see just how obsessed, right, she is with the oils and how resourceful, right? And that's, I think, really, really powerful to be resourceful in anything that you're doing, really. My dad's always taught me to be resourceful and to be able to depend on yourself and find the answers that you're looking for. So ultimately, what I see there, what excites me, oh, thanks for the hearts, in that process is to really know that it was a connection that was formed, right? And that I was able to connect her to oils that are transforming her life. And so there's several ways that you can use them, that Julie uses them. I know she like messages me every single time like she uses them and thanks me for bringing them into her life. And I know she talks about it in some of her programs as well. So using them for her moon cycles or the feminine cycles, using them for emotional support, using them for health, right? For vitality, all of that jazz. Holly's saying, hi, I also love doTERRA, helped my son breathe last night with his sinus stuffiness. Oh my goodness, there's what I'm loving about this thread right now is just all the people sharing about kind of the transformations, their own little stories, right? Of how their lives have been transformed by these essential oils and by these doTERRA essential oils. So yeah, we were really excited just to be able to share these with you. And so those are some of our transformative stories, right? How we connected with these essential oils, these gifts of the earth, right? That can do so many things for us. And what I love about these essential oils is that obviously, especially with doTERRA, when you're starting with even a basic kit, right, with the top 10 oils in it, that's what I had, right? I just had top 10 oils in a diffuser, and I was able to heal myself from the flu in a day and a half, right, that I had for 2 weeks. That's crazy. And now it's I'm not sick for more than a day, right? And usually, for the most part, if I catch it, usually if I'm waking up in the middle of the night and I start to notice a pre-cold coming on, I will just oil myself up, and I wake up the next morning usually feeling like nothing had happened, or it might take a couple more hours into the day. But by the end of the day, I am feeling like myself again, which is incredible to have that at my fingertips, right? So those kits can support you in 80% of the natural kind of health things that come up. Obviously, if your arm gets chopped off, you can't just be put some oil on that. But those basic things that come up in our everyday life, like Holly had shared with the stuffiness, or someone had shared earlier with their daughter and the H1N1. So all of these different stories, my story with the flu, everyday uses that we have for headaches or different things like that, right? Or just cleaning around the house. It's so usable in different areas and aspects of your life that are phenomenal. And as I said earlier, I'm a true believer in nature, right? And getting to the root cause. Hey, Amanda, thanks for hopping on. And getting to the root cause of, anything really. My personal belief is being as natural as possible, as you can probably tell, using natural products, personal development wise, right? The root cause of what is the reason why we're responding a certain way. So what is the root cause? If we can address the root cause, right, then the symptoms will go away, right? So not masking or trying to address the symptom, but addressing the root cause, right? So if I have a headache, not just, for me personally, throwing medication at it, But why do I have that headache? What is causing the headache? And let me get to the root cause of the headache. And I'm going to support myself along that process with natural solutions. And that's one of the things that I love with this opportunity with doTERRA for anyone, really, is having that at your fingertips. Now, for me, as I said, I've done a lot of research on this company. And one of the things that made me become super obsessed, aside from my personal results, is the company. Now, I've been connected with a lot of different companies in in the network marketing space. However, this has been my favorite for several reasons. Number one, obviously the product works, and my own personal results, as well as the results that I'm starting to see. But me personally, when I started, it was my personal results, right? I was like, what? I healed myself from a flu, like a 2-week flu in a day and a half? Like, what is that? So that's one, right? Two, like what the company stands for. So one of the things that is important to me, aside from my belief of, going to the root cause and being very natural, is that I want quality. Doing quality work is important to me. Having quality experiences are important to me. Hey, Drylin, thanks for hopping on. So quality is very important to me. So what I put on and in my body is important to me, right? The quality of that. So doTERRA's quality is second to none, right? So it's literally amazing, right? And you can count on the product bottle to bottle, right? Because it's tested by third-party sources. It's tested in-house, but it's also tested by third-party sources, right? So ultimately, these third-party sources are testing and saying, this is, 100% whatever the oil is of that oil, right? Now, doTERRA has such high standards that even if, a third party comes back and says, this is 98%, doTERRA will not put it out on the shelf. They just won't. And that to me is phenomenal, right? The leaders of the company are just that incredible, right? And they've been in this space for a long time, right? They've been connected to other companies, and so they've seen what the industry has done as a whole, right? And they set out to create a company that basically had the highest quality standards. And so that was really important to me, too. 3, how we give back. So this was huge. Like, one of the things that was really important to me, why I had started my personal business, was really to be able to support and help a lot of people, and then to be able to give back to my communities and greater communities beyond, right? And so ultimately, hey Susan, thanks for hopping on. So ultimately, within this company, I'm able to do that alongside thousands of other people, and it's incredible to me. That's incredible to me. Before, I felt like I was all alone in giving back. Now I'm not alone, right? There's, over 35,000 people that are actually sharing these oils with other people actively, right? As business owners, as partners. And so that's just huge. That's huge, like across the world. And so I'm not doing it alone. And the philanthropy inside of this company is phenomenal. All different organizations that we give to, but also just the structure of how our oils are sourced is huge, right? So on the one hand, we're sourcing our oils from the most organic place that the plant would grow, right? So it's in its most natural habitat. So that supports the quality from the root, from the beginning. But also, a lot of these locations are in third world countries, right? So ultimately helping those communities, the growers in these communities, to increase their own income, to support their own families, it is absolutely huge. I remember hearing a story at a convention this past year that just brought tears to my eyes of a woman who had lost her the ability to provide for her family because her husband was killed. And then she went into business. Hey, Jessica, thanks for hopping on. To be able to sell these fibers, right, that she would like tie together to sell, right? And ultimately people would buy them at first, but, right, for after a period of time, hey, Chrissy, thanks for hopping on. After a period of time, no one would buy them. And so she ended up having to sell her dignity before doTERRA came along, right? And gave her the opportunity to make 10 times what she was making before, which wasn't even able to completely feed her kids and send them to school. So they weren't, you know, in school even at the time that doTERRA came to her. And hi, so good to see you, Christy. So basically, just to hear those stories of how doTERRA has transformed the lives of growers and farmers in third world countries, and then at the very basic level, and then of course all of the philanthropic organizations that they're connected to, like basically the Underground Railroad, all these different organizations. There's a lot of them, and it's incredible to be connected to that and know that just literally by, you know, if there's a month that I, you know, haven't given back as much as I maybe wanted to, like I know just by having purchased some oils or ingested some oils, I know that I'm helping someone somewhere in the world, which is incredible. Or just sharing it with a new person, like I've helped more people, and so I've helped the person in front of me and I've helped someone in a third world country. So that's absolutely incredible as well. Then of course, like anybody, the compensation plan is just incredible. As a finance person, you guys all know I'm the accountant here on Team Dharma Circle, and I've been in finance for over 13 years. And it's beyond one of the best compensation plans I've ever seen. So there's so many reasons that I love doTERRA. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out to me. Also, of course, just post below here. Even if you're watching the replay, I'll make sure to come back and answer any questions that you guys may have. And Chrissy's saying, love oiling, yes, right? I keep a diffuser going in my office and people are attracted in and love how it smells like a spa, right? Like, I love essential oils. So yeah, just like the experiences that I shared and the experiences that, you know, everyone has been sharing in the thread has just been like so energizing, right? So of course, if you guys have any questions, just post them below. I'll make sure to answer them. Julie, of course, can share her 2 cents on any of the questions that you guys have as well. We're here to love on and support you. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for hopping on. And so, yeah, pop them below, right? And also feel free to personally reach out to me. As I said, I'm on Julie's team, so you can reach me on my Facebook, which is just Brandy Middleton, or you can email me at Brandy, Brandy, at thedharmacircle.com. And I'll post that below so you guys will have it if you have any questions. But yeah, if you want to learn anything, know anything more about essential oils, about doTERRA, feel free to email me. Feel free to personally message me on Facebook. Yeah, any of those things. And I'll make sure to get back to you with any questions that you have, okay? So we love you so very, very much. And I'm so excited that I was able to be here with you guys today and share some just transformative stories, share a little bit about Julie and I's journey, and just how obsessed and why we're so obsessed with these essential oils with doTERRA. So love you guys, and I will see you another time. All right, toodles, bye.